Welcome back to another VOD review submitted by a fan. This Diamond player says he has trouble making decisions and deciding what's the right thing to do. So today we will discuss his gameplay and make his decision making pristine. But before I tell you what can be improved in each clip, I'm going to play it with none of my own input and I want you to try to see what can be critiqued.
Right there.
Go, go, go!
One side, extra side.
One enemy remaining.
That's one.
As his teammates are pushing Sight from Sands, KO should have jumped out from the drop smoke to hold CT and Sands, as Neon and Breach had their focus on A site entirely. Evidently, the enemy KO did walk through the sand smoke, and had he done it a few seconds earlier, the round could have ended a bit differently.
Shutting them down.
Okay,
Cypher.
Cypher's in there.
As the Brimstone ult clears part of tower, KO should have peeked through the smoke to frag someone avoiding the ult. By not doing so, he allows anyone in tower to get out alive and regroup themselves. It is also a bit alarming that KO didn't swing arcade fully and focused towards site and canteen. A kill on that guy tower, if there was one, could be the deciding factor of the round, as it gives whoever wins the fight important map control. Clearing arcade there is very important. Another thing he could have done better is to like the video, subscribe, and join the community Discord, but those are all easily doable.
Cypher set up here. Damn. Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
We got baited. It's probably open, CJ. Flash out to the right.
Flashbang.
Over you, CJ.
Flash.
Nice.
Coming out of drop after Breach says there's a Cypher setup on site, that KO knife should have definitely gone to A site. This is because the A site, the actual site, is your destination and you need to clear it ASAP. Any other spots like A main, Sands, and CT are detours which you can deal with later, but site is your main goal at the moment. Breach's kill on the Cypher helped the round a lot, and KO's team was lucky that Cypher wasn't on site waiting for the A push because it could have ended badly.
3, 2, I'm ulting as soon as they come back. Ulting now.
Shutting them down.
Batting in space. He's ulting.
Flashbang.
Up, one in arcade. Nice. No! One arcade. Oh, Jenny.
Revive him.
Astra Jenny.
Similarly to the round where Brim ulted tower, KO needs to push with the Breach ult. He needs to flash out of the smoke and push with it. You have to remember, chaos is your friend. Even if util isn't hitting enemies, the amount of voice lines, gunfire, and utility they hear are going to mess with their head and could make them perform worse. If KO flashed out of the smoke right as the Breach ult went off, the Reyna could have possibly looked at her map for just a second to see if the Breach ult was going to hit her, allowing for KO to get a frag. That's just one reason why synchronization and teamwork is so important, and that's even just a little nuanced thing.
I'm going with Breach.
Okay.
Yes, careful, KO might be already here. Maybe I didn't see her.
Landing for main, stay there.
105.
Oh no.
Flash out. Clearing out.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Breach assumed site was clear for no reason. Just because you were just on A doesn't mean there's not an anchor or a fast rotate back to B from the other team. Valorant is just like American laws, but backwards. In Valorant, it's guilty until proven innocent in the sense that there's someone there until you prove there isn't. There's someone on site until you've cleared it all. There's someone sitting in tower until you KO knife it. There's someone behind every nook and cranny in the game until you Sova drone them all. Assumptions are the bane of any Valorant player's existence.
KO 25 Astra. KO's canteen. KO's in CT.
Whoa, arcade. Fuck.
Give me a second, CG. I'm coming back to you.
Spike planted.
Fuck! Give me the headshot.
50 KO.
Knife. Knife tower or something.
Knife deployed. Enemy suppressed.
2 CT, one side.
Reloading.
Volley.
Fragment.
Last player standing.
After KO goes under to flank B main with his chamber, he throws a KO knife at tower. He should have done this only after being seen by an enemy, because up until then, they have to focus on other areas as well instead of just B main. Throwing the knife tells enemies to only focus on B main and thus makes the retake harder. Even if the KO knife gets someone, like it did, you can't really act on what info you get from it, rendering it essentially useless for the time being.
How does that not kill him? 52.
Last player standing.
52 Reyna.
On eco rounds, team aggro or team passive plays are usually the best. They give the highest chance of winning because fighting together in numbers can overwhelm individual or small groups of enemies. As we can see on the minimap, Neon is fighting aggro at door on sands and Breach is behind the A main box, while our KO is just sitting at the entrance to A main. This is 3 different styles of play: aggro, camping in a one and done spot, and very passive. These alone only work on gun rounds, as there you have weapons, armor, and utility to hold your own. If Breach, Neon, and KO had coordinated an A main push or aggro hold, they could have used the Breach stun and KO knife to probably get 2 picks, but the individuality of their play here limited their potential. Valorant is a team game, and combined utility and players often have a higher potential than those individual utility and players separately.
How does that not kill him? 52.
One thing I want to mention about this whole game was that KO was playing timidly. There's a difference between timid and passive. Passive is waiting for the right time to strike and relying on game sense and utility, while playing timidly is being scared to engage at all. KO finished with 8 kills, 9 deaths, and 13 assists. In a 20-round game, that is nothing. I'm not sure if KO isn't confident in his aim or he hasn't been playing well recently, but maybe he should try a new agent, role, or playstyle. Maybe he should pick Jett, Neon, or Reyna and play aggressive and see how he likes it. This is just one game, so it's not much to go off of, but that's all I have to coach him on. Subscribe, leave a like, and until next time, peace.